In this box is the Mammotion Luba 3 AWD, and this is the robot mower that is going to cut the grass for me down here at the farm. I've been in the market for a robot mower for a little while now. I want one for home and I want one for here at the farm to just save me a lot of time when it comes to cutting grass. And Mammotion are top of the list when it comes to brands that you want to be buying. So I'm very grateful they have sent us out their top of the range model. I think this thing is going to blow mine and your minds with some of the features that it's got. We will try and test out as many of those features as we can, but for now, let's get it out, let's check it out and get it set up and see if we can see it doing some mowing. So we get a quick start guide first off. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Stick that up there as our reminder. It has to be said, I hate instruction manuals, and a lot of people at points in this video and many others that they watch of me will comment, read the instructions, but I reckon we can figure it out. We've got it there should we need it. Right, these are the safety guards, I think, so we're going to need those in a minute to fit underneath. Then we've got what looks like a front bumper. I imagine senses if it runs into anything. The windscreen, because of course your robot mower's got a windscreen. Look at that thing, that is a serious bit of kit. So, here it is, the Luba 3 all-wheel drive, or AWD they call it. The AWD does refer to all-wheel drive. It's obviously got these off-road wheels that allow it to go pretty much anywhere, up to 80% inclines, which is pretty huge. We've got some hilly bits here at the farm, probably not anything quite that drastic, but we do have a lot of grass here and we have lots of different paddocks and areas as well, which this is going to handle with ease apparently. And what we need to do is flip this over, take the cover off the cutting discs, which we'll talk about, and then we can fit those safety guards. So I'm going to use the packaging it came in to kind of protect it. We'll flip it over and do that. This is our little accessory kit, which has our charging cable, has ground screws by the looks of it, which would be for keeping your base station down. Some more pegs, brackets, screws, plugs, nice little cleaning brush, probably for getting grass off of there. Most importantly, it does come with actually quite a nice quality screwdriver multi-tool for putting this together. Right, a couple of things while we're under here. If we take off our safety cover for the blades, you can see that these robot mowers use basically like a razor blade on here. Lots of them. Plus we got two cutting decks as well. So this will cover quite a wide area of lawn. Also having this many blades on it means it can tackle rougher grass. So whether the grass is long or wet, the Luba 3 should be able to handle it. The other thing that's quite impressive on here is look at the articulation on the front wheels. This thing really is built to go off-road, and I've seen other videos of these. They will literally drive over logs and small objects that they deem to be safe to drive over and handle it quite easily. We've got this little front bumper essentially that goes on. I was trying to figure out why it wouldn't go in. We follow the instructions as talked about earlier. Press these two little buttons and that is gonna latch in like that. Then you've got Phillips screws on top, which if you flip the bit over in your supplied screwdriver, you can tighten these up. Right, I think that's it for assembly. So we will take this along with its charging station, get that set up. I need to download the Mammotion app and then I think we can get mowing. Right, so I've set up our charging station next to the stables here because we've got sections of grass on the driveway and what I call the camping field. I want it to do both. So this is somewhere central next to a charging point and not too far from our Wi-Fi because we did have to do a quick firmware upgrade. But now, hopefully, I can connect to this with the app and we can start mapping our areas that we want it to cut. Right, so we can now drive to the lawn. This is like the coolest adult remote control out there. Tugboat loves it. I'm gonna try and do this quite slowly so I don't mess it up too much. Oh, okay, so yeah, your lawn has been mapped successfully. So, we do need to add more sections. We could finish here, but we should do all of it and then let it work its magic. One thing I'm already noticing with this is compared to my ride-on, I think I am going to get into some tighter areas and have a bit of a neater job. In the corner you can see whether I can't really get my big ride-on John Deere mower in here, but this, especially with its all-wheel drive suspension, look, all the way in tight, all over that long stuff there, I just can't do that with the big ride-on, so I'd have to come out with a strimmer or a little petrol hand mower, but the Luba is going to get right in there. Right, I've mapped 3 of several areas we're probably going to need to do here down at the farm. We're going to ask it to do area 2, which is this bit that goes around the horse riding arena here, so we can do a bit of a time lapse and we can see what the cutting finish comes out like. Because I normally go around in a bit of a, following the corner. You can see one of our blades is probably bent because we've got these high raised bits, and I'm hoping the Luba is going to do a bit of a neater job of it. We're going to find out. It's going to go around, now it's got its map, it's going to decide which is going to be the best way to cut it, and it's going to go ahead and do it. All I've got to do is hit start. It tells us 280 square meters, and it's going to take 42 minutes, so see what happens.
Start working.
Start working. Off it goes. You can go into settings, so I've just adjusted the cutting height down from 70 millimeters to 40. We'll try that. Task speed, so it's currently at 0.6 meters per second. You can put that all the way up to 1 meter per second. You can do path spacing, so it depends on how much it wants to cover. I guess it's currently deciding where it's going to start from, which I guess will be here. It is currently telling us that the cutting height is reducing down to 40 millimeter. Here it goes. Right, so it's been about a week and a half now of solid use with the Mammotion Luba 3 AWD. It's been running around here at the farm. In fact, I also took it home and tried it on my home lawn, and I'll give you some of my observations. Going straight back to that, taking it to a different location, I thought I'd try it at home, and I did do a bit of research and did think that in order for it to set up and cut at home, you will have to delete your previous maps that you've set, which for me was okay because I thought my first iteration of the maps probably could have been improved with mapping out the borders, etc. So that wasn't too much of a problem. I managed to get a nice cut in at home, made it look loads better, and then brought it back and remapped everything down here at the farm. Just something to be aware of if you're thinking about getting yourself a Luba 3 and you're thinking you can take it to different places, maybe your usual house and a holiday home or something, you will have to redo your maps. But you might not mind that because, for example, with some of our lawns here, I quite wanted to straddle the edge of the lawn so to make sure that we get a nice cut over that and we don't get any long bits at the edge. Although in the settings you can choose whether you want it to cut over the edge or inside the edge. The only issue with that is if you ask it to cut over the edge and you go around something that's got a strong border, like we have here, like hedges or the sides of a horse riding arena, it's probably going to sort of, try and avoid those and might slow it down a little bit. But frankly, that is about the only negative I can think of. If you're even going to consider it a negative, this thing has been pretty incredible. We've set it up, asked it to go out and do things every hour of the day. I found it quite satisfying to watch it go out in the night with its light on, driving around. The fact that I can connect to it and watch a first-person view
wirelessly, because your Luba 3 AWD will come with 3 years worth of 4G connectivity for free. So you can connect to it from home. You can ask it to, you know, start cutting the grass when you're at work, for example. And you can even log in via the first-person view camera on it, which I think is quite a neat feature. How often you use it, I don't know. As far as cutting the grass here, it's done a really nice job. There's a few things you want to play around with inside the app, depending on the angle you want it to cut. It won't always do the same angle you've set up. Sometimes it will do a variation, so you can set those things up in the app, which is something I had to learn. But we've now got it cutting the same lines every time, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing it kind of get rid of some of the probably scars from me riding over with the big ride-on lawnmower to nice straight lines from the Luba, because it does cut straighter lines than I can manage. And in fact, there will be a bit of a drone shot where we've cut some text into the grass as well, which is quite cool. I'm going to try and figure out what exactly we want to write on our entrance lawn as we come in, and maybe we'll plant some wildflowers, cut them around. That's Toby's idea, actually, behind the camera, so we can really kind of accentuate those cuts and text in the grass. It's a bit of a novelty, but it is a cool feature. There's tons of sticks and kind of tree debris, apples, etc. down here at the farm, and it's done a really good job of getting around things. In fact, my dog Tugboat likes to run around with a bucket and drop it everywhere. And the Luba's pretty good at making sure it doesn't run over anything it shouldn't do. It does have Mammotion's world first tri-fusion technology, which means it has this LiDAR detector, meaning it kind of will scope everything out using that. It also has AI use of the camera on the front, so it would detect objects. It can learn certain objects and make sure it shouldn't drive into them. And it has its correction using its bars, etc. as well. So once it bumps into that, it will, you know, move itself around it. It will recognize certain things, and you can change, which I had to at one point, the sensitivity for what it's going to bump into, and I asked it to only stop if it runs into something with this crash bar, because the dog would be running around in front of it thinking it's a great play toy. The dog's always going to move out of the way, but the Luba would make sure that it stopped and go off, and that would upset the cutting pattern a little bit. But the Luba has kind of taken everything in its stride. I've given it a quick blast off, because another thing to note is these two little dots on here, these little metal dots, they are your rain sensor. So when it starts raining, as factory default, it is going to stop and go back to its charging station. Although it is waterproof and it will be able to cut in the rain, there is no issue with that. What I found is that due to my impatience and excitement and wanting to see this thing out cutting all the time, I would send it out in the wet. But because it kind of spins on the spot to make sure it's getting all its cuts nice and neat, it will chew up the ground a little bit if it is wet. So we did end up with quite a lot of wet grass stuck under the Luba, and with some kind of like muddy marks, which, to be fair, once the grass dried, they kind of instantly disappeared. But I think it just brings a bit of water to the surface and makes things a bit muddy, which doesn't look the best while it's still raining. One thing I will do is flip this over so we can see the underside, how everything's fared after, you know, a good 10 to 12 days worth of constant use, because I have been probably overworking this, sending out every day just because it's the best new toy I've got. So we'll flip it over and we'll see what the blades are looking like, and we'll talk about some of those bits. So as you can see, we really have been putting this through its paces. I've given this a quick clean out in here because there was some kind of compacted wet grass, as you'd expect to find on any lawnmower. It really wasn't that hard to clean out. In fact, I found the easiest way to do it was just use a bit of an airline and blow it all out. And that is purely down to me having chosen the setting that I still wanted it to cut in the grass, which I've now turned off for the reasons we mentioned before. I think that's going to be my preferred option. I was just excited. As I say, this is a very cool bit of kit, and I wanted to see it working. Considering what we've thrown at this, I really didn't prep the ground here too much at all, and we have branches, as I say, and there's quite a lot of debris and rocks and stuff in the grass, which you can't see that well, that it has hit, that although you can see the blades have worn down a bit, to be expected really, as some of them will have hit stones, etc. That's actually surprised me how well they have lasted. Obviously, you do get a full set of new blades that come with it as well, so you can change those as you go, and they're not expensive to change either. In fact, literally the first cut that I sent this out on, it went straight over a rock that I couldn't see that was in the grass, and it hit it, it realised it hit it, and it stopped and backed off, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have done some serious damage here. You really wouldn't be able to tell. It's pretty clever at figuring out, you know, what it's gone over and probably where it should avoid. You know, pretty impressive. And in fact, considering you only have these sort of razor blade type blades on it, the type of cutting that it can actually handle, we've probably got some clips of it going through some pretty long stuff. It does an incredible job. So yeah, I've been thoroughly impressed with it. My only real complaint with this is that I don't have two of them because I need another one for home now. So hopefully we can get the Yucca, which is the smallest of the Mammotion range. We can get that going at home and maybe compare it to some cheaper alternatives that I've tried in the past and have let me down, I don't even use anymore. And we can see how that one does. In the meantime, I'm quite keen to get this back on its charging station and get it set off again for another cut. And it's going to be quite exciting. Maybe we'll do an update video if you let us know you want to see that. In 6 months' time, when we're in the middle of summer, to show you just how nice it has made the lawns here down at the farm, because the regular cutting and the regular cutting kind of roots, from what I've seen from other people, seems to do the grass a world of good. So I'm quite excited to see just how nicely it can come up and just how crisp those lines can get. The only thing that's left for me to say is that if you are in the market for a robot lawnmower, then Mammotion have got an offer on until the 16th of March 2026, so act quick, where you can get up to £500 off selected models of their robot mowers. And I genuinely can't recommend them highly enough. Do your research, look out there, they really are sort of top of class. These are very, very good bits of kits, and yeah, I can't wait to see what it will do with our lawns down here, and hopefully we can be back with another video with one kicking around my much simpler square garden at home. Just before you go, if you are a fan of tools, then not only do we have lots of videos on this channel and many more to come, but we also have a competition website, feelgoodcompetitions.com, where you can win some tools at the moment, and in fact, another four-wheel drive vehicle. Unfortunately, it's not one of these Mammotion mowers yet, but we do have a very nice first generation Ford Ranger on there, imported from America. It's very, very cool. You can check those out. Tickets are just £2. We will leave a link in the description below. But that really is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. You can click up here to subscribe, and you can click down here to watch another video where we review something else. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.